Hi people, Night Voice here again. I see the global warming debate is, or the meeting they're having to try and get the world powers to agree to a scheme to fix it. Heating up. Videos on the news and maybe on the internet as well about it. But most of these videos, or the videos I've seen, or the news articles I've seen, always show third world countries, people living in absolute squalor, in shanty towns, on the edges of rivers that flood, and they wonder why they get flooded out when they're living right next to a river. Or in the desert, where it's bone dry, no water. When the planet has been warming up and cooling off for centuries and centuries and centuries, ever since it came into existence, I suppose. It's a naturally occurring process. That's what happens. Scientists have been researching this for years. Probably longer than these people that have latched onto this global warming thing, this tax that they're going to charge everybody, have been researching it. And they're telling people that it's a naturally occurring process. It has nothing to do with human population, our pollution. But these people that want to bring this thing in, because it's a control thing again, control the Western world, make you, me and everybody else pay more taxes. It costs us more to live. We have to work harder to pay those taxes just to survive, feed our families. They've got everybody sucked in. All the world leaders, these different countries, sucked into this. Oh yes, we'll agree to this carbon tax. That sounds a good thing. Yeah, no worries. How long do you think they've been trying to fix hunger and starvation, water, all this thing in these arid countries where these people are starving to death? Years and years and years. And you try and tell me that they can't fix it. With all the amount of money they've put into these projects. Just gets eaten up, gets swallowed up. People get hold of a couple of million or whatever. They go party for a year or two. They come back and grab some more. It's a never-ending bloody story. Like I said, you, me and everybody else pays for it. When you go right back to when money was first invented, people used to live and barter, they used to make something and the bloke down the road grew some vegetables, so you traded what you made with the vegetables so you could feed your family, or you had a garden out the back. As soon as they brought money into existence, these smart asses that make money out of money off you, me and everybody else through interest charges and everything else, just are having a field day. One big party to them. Keep us down on the ground. Work your guts out. And that's exactly what's going to happen with this carbon emission, this global warming agreement. Our kids, their kids, and their kids after them are all going to have to pay for it. Now they talk about this global warming will, or this, if they get this agreement in and we've got to cut our emissions back and all this thing, it's going to create, you know, hundreds of thousands or thousands of jobs in that kind of field. But what about the fields that are going to close down? You know, if we're not allowed to emit so much pollution into the atmosphere, what are they going to do? They're going to shut the factories down, or are they going to, well, they're not going to shut them down, they're going to tax them. So that means that that is another added cost onto what these people are making, or what they're, you know, they're producing. So it puts their costs up. So what are they going to do? Only thing they can do, the only free rein they've got is our labour. So they'll start to screw us. They'll say, oh well, we've got to pay this carbon tax, we'll have to knock $1 an hour off you, or whatever. And all the prices are going to go up. Like I said, you're going to pay more for electricity, you're going to pay more for water, you're going to pay more for everything. Food, the whole lot. All of us are. All of us are going to have to pay. These bastards that want to, that are trying to bring this in, and like I said, it's to destroy the Western world. Because I've mentioned in videos before, we are not allowed to have any money. We're just drones. We're just a number to these people. No money. Not allowed to enjoy yourself. You just work your guts out and pay our carbon tax and any other tax that you're told to pay. You need money, you borrow it off us and you'll pay interest. It's a never-ending story. It goes round and round and round. Sad. There's plenty of other things we can do to become self-sufficient. Doesn't matter what country you're in. I mean, if you watch people on the on YouTube or on Discovery Channel, something like that, that live independently to anybody else. They have their own power, their own water, everything. But they're usually living outside the current laws, because if you want to do that sort of thing, it takes you that long to get approval from even your local council, because all these bodies, these local council, your state council, and then you go to your federal, whatever, they're all shit scared that people will actually do that. Go out and be self-sufficient. So you don't need power, you don't need water. These people can't make any money out of us. So that's why they bring all these rules and regulations. You can't do this, you can't do that. If you do, it takes you 5 to 10 years to get approval. They change things that many times to make it really hard. Only a man with a bloody that's got a set of balls, I suppose, would keep pushing it and pushing it and pushing it until such time as he could get it approved. But like I said, 9 times out of 10 people just wander out into the bush and just set up themselves. Don't tell anybody they're there, don't do anything. But they're probably living nice, healthy, happy lives. Instead of all us crazy bastards working their guts out. Never mind. So let's see what happens with this global warming thing, and hopefully they'll probably pass some kind of agenda, but whether the countries stick to it, I don't think. Here in Australia, I don't think we'll stick to it. If the government now, who's ever over there, agrees to something, there's always change of governments in different countries. So the next government come in might say no, jam it up your backside. We don't have anything to do with it. It'd be a good thing. So hopefully that happens. All right, night boys. Catch you later.